All right, got some questions. We're going to answer these very quickly. Good questions. You're thinking. That's good. First off, this actually came in yesterday. 2 Corinthians 12, 2 and 3. Paul reveals the third heaven. What are the differences between the principalities and powers of the demonic realm in the first and second heaven? And what about demons that have control or influence over our cities? Do we need to address these things differently? It's been taught that Christians should not engage with demons in the second heavens. Yes, I've heard that also. I was in a place one time, we were going to a hospital to pray for somebody, and the people brought up the fact that there was a principality over that, and wanted to know if I had received permission to engage that principality, because obviously if I had not received a special permission, then bad things were going to happen. I told the people I received that permission at the Great Commission in Mark 16 and in Matthew 28. And I said that the newest Christian with the name of Jesus can defeat the strongest, oldest devil. You got that? Now, they probably won't because they don't know how, but they still have the potential to do so. And once they learn how, then it can be a constant thing. So you never need special permission to engage any demonic force. You have to understand authority and levels of authority, and you are of a different class of being and therefore a different rank, right? When you walk into the room, as I've said before, as far as if you're the only Christian there, you are the highest ranking spiritual being in the room. Amen. I don't care who else, I don't care if the devil's there. So what? Doesn't matter one bit, right? Because you are seated above all of them, right? You're seated in heavenly places with Christ. So that's the highest heaven, third heaven, fourth heaven, seventh heaven, who knows, right? But it's the highest heaven that you're seated with him there. And all these others are below that, and it says that they are below your feet because they're below his feet. And so it doesn't matter second heaven where these things are or not, you're above them, right? The problem is, okay, the reason this stuff comes up like this, and the reason many times this has been taught, is because people have too much time on their hands to sit around thinking rather than actually doing the work. Okay? And that's what they do. And then they come up with these intricate things that is all based on them just sitting around. They have no practical experience, or they got beat up once and they decided, oop, it must have been this. No, they just did not know the value of Jesus' name. They didn't know their position in him. So now, and I'm saying all that because we have to realize that, yeah, there are rankings. Actually, it goes on and says, and this is a great question because this is exactly, shows the difference between what we teach, what the Bible teaches concerning spiritual warfare, and what is generally taught, all right? What about demons that have control or influence over our cities? Now, I don't want to go in this too much, but I will say as quickly as I can. The way demons have control over cities is that they must influence humans to do their will. So they have to convince people to do their will, and the more people they can convince, the more control and power they have over an area. And therefore it gets a stronger foothold there, or stronger control, is the best way to say it, by that. Now, that is why some cities, that's why some people, okay, the old saying, birds of a feather flock together. That's true, especially in this area, that there are certain cities where certain people and certain types of people will gravitate toward because they already know other people of their same type are there, and they want to gravitate to that. And the more of those people that go there, the stronger that spirit influences that area. And pretty soon it'll start influencing government and politics and policies and everything else. And so the key is for Christians to go there and to dismantle those things. But the way you win a city for Christ is the same way you win an election. Door to door, you get feet on the ground, boots on the ground, as they would say. You go door to door and you convince people to agree with your viewpoint rather than agreeing with the opponent's viewpoint. So you get them to agree with you concerning Jesus and get them to disagree with the devil. And when that happens, the city changes. That's called evangelism, also known as a revival, right? So it's really simple when you get down to it. Now,